Oh, are you coming?
Hey, girl. How you been?
Oh, shit.
Wow. Been a while since I've seen you because I haven't been in the city recently.
Shit knows me. Oh, no, you say
See?
hello.
How you doing, ma'am?
RFPD.
How
I'm
can
good.
we
I'm
help
good.
you?
Are you here to join?
Howard, you joining?
Oh, Lord.
Just a second, Howard.
What's going on? Hello, good morning. I mean, good afternoon. It was good. How can I help? How can I be a help?
Um,
So we're having this discussion, Mr. Ghost. Um, and since she's involved, I have no issue of her hearing it. Uh, there is what's called a new life rule. NRP speaking here, some of this is NRP conversation. There is what's called a new life rule in regards to the factions that is part of the game. I do understand this. I do know this because you do know what my previous position was, NRP. Her having an issue of whatever over in PD. And yes, I do honestly know part of what the issue happened over in PD does not pertain to the Army, which does not validate her being blacklisted automatically across a faction. You cannot, per the game rules servers put in play, blacklist someone from joining Army based off of them being blacklisted from a Medics faction or a PD faction. You have what is called a new life rule, which means she has the right to join and be part of a new life in a new thing. She never did anything. She was never in the Army here. As Hot Rod. She's never done anything to be blacklisted or banned from joining the Army. And she should be given a fair chance at being able to join the Army as the person she is. And I'm not understanding why people are denying her the new life.
So here's the thing, right? What rule or what RP or what chat rule is that?
It's not an RP. It's a game rule. Go to the game rules. It's a new life rule.
So it's called new life.
So I can, yes, and what I can tell you is what's going to happen here. What's going to happen if she takes a body cam of her not being hired and her not getting the chance to have a new life? She can take that to the highest admins on the server, and they will absolutely tell you you cannot do that. I have been there and I have done that, and I can guarantee you it's not going to work. She has had nothing to do with anything in the Army to not be able to be hired into the Army. And in regards to this, I can honestly say, like I said, the reason she was blacklisted over in PD has nothing to do with the Army. It has to do a lot with personal stuff that happened over there, and that's what it is between her and another individual. And I will leave it at that. But it should not play a part into her being blacklisted automatically straight out from the Army. This individual here, NRP speaking, this individual here was my LTG on another server, and she is an absolutely fabulous individual. Well, that was interesting. I never rode on top of a car after being hit. Just really freaking weird. What the heck?
So here's the thing, right? The problem is, the first thing is just like Chopo said over the great chat. The second thing is also, if she was a suit back in PD, and if I go ahead and talk to PD and they tell me what type of toxic behavior or anything she was blacklisted for, now it's literally 2 times. If she was in a suit, like she was, let's say a major, captain, whatever, it would have been cool. We would have tried. But when it comes down to her being a suit and then being dismissed and blacklisted for one faction, it means that she cannot portray an image within a faction. And that is our decision to keep on. And it's not, I mean, I don't see the new life rule. I know, man, but if PD says that you're retired because of something and that toxic behavior, I could not just go ahead and complain about it. You were a suit after you had a standard to hold. Even though you're retired, you not get dismissed. I understand. But when it comes down to a person being blacklisted from a faction, it means that you did something wrong, totally wrong, and that you cannot be joining a faction until there's a new FG, DFG on the power. That's what it means for now.
No, that's not what that means. Ghost, the new life rule, it means she can't join PD. She cannot, if she's been blacklisted from PD, she cannot join PD as a blacklisted individual. You cannot blacklist an individual across factions. That's why it's considered a new life rule. You cannot blacklist just somebody from the Army just because they were blacklisted from Medics. You cannot blacklist someone from the Medics just because they were blacklisted from the Army. You can't do that. That crosses game rules. She has the right to a new life rule. I will find it for you, sir, but I am telling you for a fact, it is an absolute fact. You cannot do that. And if she retired, that was by her choice. It does not matter what the issue was. She got blacklisted. It doesn't matter. She's still retired. She may have been blacklisted, but that's at PD. That is not in this army. And you can't do that. That's actually a violation of the game rules.
Give me a second.
You might want to talk to an admin about that, because I can guarantee you if it goes to an admin ticket, it's going to be a problem. That means you need to,
Here's what I'm gonna do, right? I'm gonna go ahead and ask BD whether she got fired or dismissed, and they are going to prove me that if she got dismissed or fired. And based off of that, I am gonna go take my decision based off of that. But for now,
it doesn't matter if she got fired or dismissed. You can't blacklist somebody off of another faction's blacklist.
yes, you can, ma'am. If
And I'm going to support her ticket. Hot Rod, I support your ticket.
there's no harm in doing that. You can still do that.
Can I say something?
Not to be rude or ignorant, and I'm not against you guys. I'm just saying, based off of game rules and admin rules and everything else, it's a violation of her new life rule ability. And I absolutely go for what's right and wrong on the game. I don't care about making friends with everybody. I care about the game being played properly. And it's not being proper when you're doing that. So I absolutely will back her.
Can I say something?
Against you. Sorry. Yes, Marty.
Let's just calm down. Like I would like to say, not only Cupcake knows not only Cupcake knows her, I knows her as well. So if she got dismissed or blacklisted for toxic behavior, that necessarily doesn't mean she's gonna have toxic behavior here. So yeah, I know her. Matter of fact, I know her sister, different accounts. So, but yeah, I know the person. She's really nice. I never really saw anything crazy.
Oh
yeah, but that's all I gotta say. If she got a toxic behavior, that doesn't mean she's gonna have a toxic behavior in the army. We sometimes we be angry because we all have emotions. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. So
I understand totally. I understand the two of you's point of views. But my point still remains is the fact that if a faction blacklists you for something, it means that you did something bad. And I don't want anybody who did something bad within another faction to join my faction. That's a rule. Go ahead. If you don't, if it comes down to you asking admin, you could go ahead and ask Spices or any admin for that matter. But once you get dismissed and blacklisted from a faction, there is no other way for you to join another faction, because you might as well do what you did back there in our faction. And our faction is how can I say this? Held up strictly against certain stuff. So, and not to, toxic behavior or toxicity would be a RP15 or Chat 15. I forgot which one, but that is a bad thing.
But yeah, we still don't know why. We still don't know the reason why she got this.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why you can't cross over from one faction to another in blacklisting, is because what happens over there and everything, and the whole new life rule thing. I will find it for you, Ghost, and I will get it to you. If not, I would highly recommend, I know you have access to the admins, I would highly recommend you ask the admin about the whole new life rule thing, because I can guarantee you that's a violation of her new life rule. If she leaves a faction, she has the right to try and join another faction without prejudice.
We have the right to deny her for a faction. It comes down to that.
You can't deny them based off of another faction's blacklisting.
Okay, so from my understanding, since the since I knew the new life rule thing, I've been on this game for 4 years now, NRP, and I could say that new life rule, if it has been updated, the new life rule stood up for people going ahead and get killed in one place to not revisit or revenge in the same place again. Now that's what I knew new life rule was about. I did not know it was about somebody turning their life around and go ahead if you get dismissed from a faction for something you did and got blacklisted for. That's not really falling under the new life because you already got blacklisted and your name is already in the system. So the new life rule would only apply if or when T Dot's term finishes and I'm not DLG or whatever. Now the whole blacklist will be reset, and then she could go ahead and join PD or the army back. But for meanwhile, that blacklist thing is still up, and it's the same reign. She cannot be joining any other faction by
That's
the
right.
leaders.
It's all right. NRP Hot Rod. I think I have it from Admin Amore in particular.
But here's the thing: if I saw her doing something wrong, I will be the first person to hold her accountable or report on her. Like myself and Spicy Cupcake, we really like pay attention to people if they're like bad people, good people. Like, so if she were really a bad person and we like not good for a faction, we wouldn't even recommend. We didn't even call her to join. So that's all I gotta say. Like if she does something wrong, I'll be the first person. So yeah.
How can I help you, Speed Trap? Okay, what's being said to you? Is anybody told you Flock trying to? Are we trying to get Flock online right now? That's PD. That's not Army though. So hold on. Let me get Flock online so it could be so whatever happens is at least the highest of the chain of command is here. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, if she's blacklisted in PD and not blacklisted here, no, I mean, we can't physically do nothing about that. But we can't really also do nothing about nothing until we talk to T Dot.
My thing is I just over general rule don't want people getting in trouble for making a decision that they are making. So that's my thing. Ain't about at this point. It ain't about anything else. I just want to make sure people are getting the proper decision based off of actual game rules and everything.
Yeah, for real. I mean, nobody wants to get nobody in trouble here. We're all brothers and sisters at the end of the day.
Who did I talk to check my macros?
I think Marty can do it or Halter.
Marty, can you check my macros?
You want me to do your macros?
Yeah, we gotta do macro check.
So they're trying to get in contact with PD to figure out the in depth of whatever happened. But PD, you know how they are. They're kind of like non-responsive. So that's what I'm being told is the reason why they don't want to move forward with it, because it's a failed background check, and they just don't want to. I'm not sure 100% about why PD don't want to respond and tell us what actually happened. I don't know if it's like a confidentiality thing or what, but if they say that you was whatever, then they should be able to kind of explain the situation so we can at least know and make a judgment. But we can't make a judgment off like not knowing what the actual depths of the situation, if that makes sense. I'm not denying you, but I can't. I've been told I cannot do an interview. That's what I'm being told. So I'm not telling you cannot get an interview, but what I'm saying is if I do an interview, I'll be in hell to pay the captain right now from my FG and my DFG.
Give me a second. I'm still trying to find the whole new life rule of Hot Rod, but I know there is one.
Yeah, I thought there was too.
Google one state new life rule, and it might pop up through their website. Access to.
All right, so quickly, when that situation happened, Miss Rob, with Grant, the civilian was up here and defending you. Pisces texted us, NRP, and told us that nobody in the Army is in liberty to say why you got blacklisted. She had no problem with us actually not accepting you inside the Army, ma'am. So I'm sorry, but unless you go ahead and talk to Miss Spices directly or Mr. Jake and ask them why you can't join the Army, for now you cannot be joining the Army, ma'am. I'm sorry. Shimmer. I'm just stating that if Miss Spices had any regards of us not letting you join the Army, she would have told us to let you in, and that it's just a misunderstanding or whatever. Or let's say that it doesn't regard Army business that she got blacklisted from PD. She did not tell us anything of sort. She was just saying that we cannot discuss you being blacklisted from a faction to a civilian, and that it's okay that we can actually go ahead and proceed with what we said. So once again, Miss Hot Rod, if you have anything that you know, because we don't want you to join or whatever, you could ask Miss Spices or any responsible for that matter, but it would be preferably just somebody who's within the Fusuna server. Ask them a question and then tell them that Army is not letting you in because you're blacklisted, and see what their responses is. If Miss Spices tell me otherwise, I'll go ahead and we'll pass your interview. But if not, nothing will be said furthermore.
Make sure when you get that response, Hot Rod, make sure when you get that response, you body cam the response and everything. And then that way you can download it, like I know you've seen me do on YouTube NRP. And that way you can submit it to TDOT so he can clearly see, or to Mr. Ghost here, or Kepti, one of the FGs or DFGs, so they can clearly see the response from a higher admin.
Also, Ms. Hawk, I have no personal problem with you. You texted me and told me if you could come to the army. I told you yes, but upon learning that you was blacklisted from another faction, it was said by the G himself that you was blacklisted because I did not know. So we deny your request to join the army. But once again, please, questions regarding of why you cannot be coming back inside the army, you go ahead and make a talk to a higher up as a responsible, or just like Ms. Spicer said, Viking himself.